So I'm just making this quick video for myself, really, to remind myself of some really interesting events that happened this weekend. I got sick, and it hit me right before New Year's Eve, and I was contemplating staying home or going out. Ended up going to a classmate's party, and um, when I got home, up until now, I've been fighting this cold, and it's already Saturday. I stayed home and tried to take care of it, but it hit me, that I'm getting sick on purpose. And I've been just reading a lot and really following my intuition, being home, figuring out what I need to be paying attention to while I'm sick. I'm asking the universe, why, not why did I get sick, but what is this trying to show me? And so what I came to was learning how to trust my body, that my body is taking care of me. And anyway, so I also started like stretching a little bit, and I was trying to take care of myself. And um, one of my girlfriends suggested that I do some oregano, and I didn't have oil, so I went downstairs and I just kind of like ghetto-fied it, and I I poured a bunch of oregano with some water and I boiled it, and then I streamed it through and drank the liquid, and it cleared my nose up for the most part, but then um, it started to clear me up. And then I decided to start stretching, and then I felt like I had the bubblies a little bit. It's like it's still kind of hard to swallow, like I have a lot of saliva in my mouth. But okay, so then I keep stretching, and I felt the urge to kind of throw up, and so I grabbed the trash can and I just kept stretching, and then I just ended up throwing up. And what was going through on in my head is that it was the oregano oil, and I had wrote down that the plants, right before that happened, they provide us with everything that we need to take care of us. Depending on what it is. And also while I was sitting there, I felt like I was progressing. I felt like I needed to throw up and purge these negative thoughts that I've been, thinking about what I'm supposed to be doing with my life, the direction I want to go in. I spent the whole day cleaning my room and dusting while I was sick. I was taking advantage of the fact that I had this time that I needed to be home, and it was nice. I feel more organized, and these last couple of days I've gotten a clearer picture on my life purpose and what I'm supposed to be doing, and I've had many confirmations and synchronicities this weekend that have enforced my calling on what I'm supposed to be doing. And so I'm asking myself, why did I get sick? Or how can I benefit from this? And I got to do so many things this weekend. I got to like bond with Dexter, our dog, and reinforce my connection to animals. And I gave him a massage and I did some Reiki on him, and I feel the connection back from him. I feel the love that he returns back to me when I give him, my energy, and he communicates with me on a different level. Especially today, I felt like he was very in tune with me, but it's really weird. Like, I know that I'm making this video for myself, but yet I still have trouble like connecting. And I watched some videos from Dr. Shazay. She's super genius, amazing woman. I came across her videos before, and then today I watched a bunch of them. And the day before that was Marianne Williamson. And I feel like I thought that I wasn't good enough to do what I want to do, and then I realized that I'm already doing it. I'm already doing it. My consciousness is so high, and I'm tapped in on so many different levels that most people can't even communicate with me. And so I've been seeking them out all over the place, and I'm finding them. And so I'm feeling better about who I am. Um, I'm not a light worker, I'm a way shower. I'm part of the pioneer of ascension, and are pioneers for ascension, and people like us are raising up all over the world. And it doesn't matter what you do, you can go on about your life and be an entrepreneur, such as that's what I'm doing, building myself up. I'm working 2 careers. I'm constantly trying to upgrade myself. I'm keeping up with the times, but I am spiritually, knowingly understanding my divine connection and purpose, and the contribution I'm supposed to be making to the expansion of people's consciousness. And I have an impact, and I can use it to assist the system and hypnotize people, or I can use my gifts to dehypnotize people, get them to wake up and remember who they are and what they're doing here. And that's what I had to do, and that's what I'm doing. I constantly, knowing yourself that's like the number one priority, and respecting yourself, and understanding that we are coming from can breathe. We are coming from our soul is extremely old, and there's not a battle in the world for just our bodies. They're not harvesting humans. What's happening is that they are harvesting souls. So if we don't learn how to master ourselves here on this planet right now and plant our feet on the ground while being here and knowing that we are connected to a higher consciousness, while we ground ourselves here, it allows us to learn, instead of allowing things to make you set back. This is such a broad topic that I feel like I'm gonna start toppling on top of each other. What I'm trying to say is that they're harvesting our souls. Our souls are being harvested at a higher consciousness. Our soul is doing a billion things right now, trying to make sure that we learn our lessons. We are operating on 3rd dimension, 4th dimension, 5th dimension, 6th, 7th. Or perhaps we are not on all dimensions, but there is an as above and a so below. We are the manifested physical version of what's happening. And so we come down here learning lessons. And so it's important to begin to question who you are and what you're doing here, and figure out what your mission is. Because the mission, make it worthwhile. You don't want to go back and be like, damn, I could have did that. I knew I should have followed my intuition. I knew, I can't stress it, how important that is. So this is such a bad video. I don't think anyone's ever going to see it. Maybe. But I'm just learning that really nothing really matters. Nothing matters. I spent this whole weekend going through my notebooks and realizing that the stuff I was writing was for today. Because I didn't even understand it when I was writing it. it felt so stupid. I felt like I was faking it. Whatever I was writing, I didn't feel like an authentic Alanna. And now that I know who I am and what I'm doing, I go back and read that stuff, and it makes sense to me now. I was prophetically writing for my own future before I even knew who I was, what I was doing. I've been paving the way for my future for such a long time. And deliberately, unknowingly, I just let's see. So some, I watched some videos and listened to really good speakers about sacred sexuality and making body connections, and and that was really amazing. And then I realized that I dance in such a way, and I have magic in my hands. I feel it in my soul, but I've held myself back for reasons I don't know. And that was one thing that kind of resonated with this weekend. I got to dance more, and I started realizing there's a reason why my heart's been hurting, and it's because I needed to open the chakra and see all the things in our physical reality. What's happening to our body physically is what's happening mentally and spiritually. It's good not to overwork yourself, because you never know what's going on up there. So finding a balance is most important. And I also got for myself to not take things so seriously and to be more authentic. I cried a lot the days before New Year's. I cried every day waking up for 3 days. I think because I felt really alone. I have lovers. I have somewhere to go every night of the week if I wanted to. But I didn't know if I was lying to myself or I was becoming okay with loneliness, because I know that what we're seeking is something far beyond this physical reality, and it's hard to come to terms with that. We often want to attach ourselves to somebody to fill that void, and we suck them dry because we're not fulfilled ourselves. But when we realize that we are here with a plan, and that it seems like it's going to be forever, but it's really not. And if we can look at everything as a learning experience and a lesson, we start to begin to deliberately create our reality and deliberately understand what our soul needs to progress. And I realized that maybe loneliness isn't such a bad thing. I just need to learn to love myself more and like myself more. And then just took me all the way back to like my childhood and like the struggles. I read also yesterday, I read some old notebook in my notebook, like, or letters that I wrote that were just so sad and negative, but I realized I needed those things. I needed that to become this Alanna that I am now. And what I am and who I am is a lot bigger of a more big deal than I thought it was. I know the impact I have on people, and it's authentic and it's real, and I can see it in other people. I can see it in other people, that people who are expanding their consciousness. I can see it in their aura. I can see it in their eyes. Not everybody has it, and not everybody has a soul. And we're realizing that we are living in such. I'm gonna pause this in case this stops and do another one.